Here are 3 reasons as to why most people are stuck in life and how you can break free from all 3 and continue towards a better, richer, and more fulfilling life. Let's jump right in. The first reason as to why most people are stuck and don't feel any improvement is because they're drifting like a ship without a rudder. They think they have goals, but they really don't. And I think today you will understand what a goal actually is and how to reverse the course from where you were. So a goal is something that you have integrated on a deep subjective level. It's not just something that you think you want. It's something that you know you already have. And a little later in the video, you'll understand what that means. Most people think they have goals because they want to live a healthier life, they want more money, they want more freedom. These are all just general life circumstances that most people never end up moving towards because it's not clear. And since the mind is created the way it is, it needs specific direction. Your brain also needs leadership in the form of a clearly defined goal. In other words, you need to be able to actually close your eyes and see that goal on the screen of your mind. And it needs to be clearly defined. In our community, we give out these goal cards that helps you have a very clearly defined goal and helps you anchor it in on a daily basis. We will link to a template down here in the description so that you can download one yourself and fill it out. So that's the first step to get unstuck. It's not to focus on actually getting unstuck, it's to focus on and leading your mind towards something much better that is clearly defined, that is in present tense. I'm so happy and grateful now that I have achieved, earned, etc. And you have to have a date on the goal card, not today's date, the date by when you want this goal to be realized in physical form. Now, there's more to be said about that. Our mind thinks in linear time, so that's why we put the date there. The truth is, the universe and your subjective mind does not understand linear time. Everything is here. It's already here. So why is it not in your life, you may ask? It's not because you haven't been on that frequency long enough. The goal card helps you raise your vibration to that frequency. Okay. And that leads us to the second reason as to why most people are stuck. They are because they're not learning how to change their state. What does that mean? That means your emotional, intellectual, and physical state. All 3 sides of your personality is interlinked. There's no line of demarcation where the mind stops and the body takes over. It's all connected. And what you and I have to do is to learn how to change our energetic state so that we move different, so that we attract different, so that we act different. And the best way to change your state is to exude gratitude. There's a difference between knowing you have to be grateful for something and actually feeling it. Wallace Wattles wrote that the entire process of mental adjustment and attunement can be summed up in one word, and that's gratitude. So we have to transcend the intellectual mind that says I should be able to be grateful for this and this and that, to actually feeling grateful. And that will do wonders for you. It will remove the knot in your stomach if you have it. By the way, to illustrate it, it might look like this for you. These knots, we all know them. They're right there. They're very uncomfortable, and gratitude will loosen that knot and allow you to completely let go of it. It's a nice concept, isn't it? Completely let go of it. And that's really what gratitude will do for you. But they often show up. And for you to change your state, not only away from what you're experiencing, maybe of a negative nature coming from your environment, but also changing your state towards your goal, you first have to let go of these knots in your stomach. And when you do, I call that process real magic. You see, so the second way to get unstuck is to feel grateful on a daily basis for small things that are already in your life. Now, when you prime yourself to being grateful because you woke up, that in and of itself is a miracle. The odds of you waking up this morning and for me to be here with you is 1 to 400 trillion. What? That's a miracle. Yes, it is. Isn't that something to be grateful for? You can breathe, you can experience this world. Wow, that is amazing. Like, I saw the sunrise the other morning and I was so grateful for that experience that tears started forming in my eyes. So when you're very grateful for what is already in your life, that's easier And then you take that emotional state and you transfer it to aspects of your goal or your goal as a whole. So it's an easier way to get going by priming yourself with what already is, transferring that emotion to your goal. I call that future pacing of gratitude. Now you're grateful for a future effect, a future result that you're looking to bring into your life on a physical plane. It's a beautiful, beautiful state. And that leads us to the third reason as to why most people are stuck and how to change it. They don't take inspired action. What does that mean? Let's analyze it a little bit. Inspired, where does that word come from? In spirit. One with the creative energy that is flowing to and through you. That is actually what it means. So you hear people use the word, oh, I'm so inspired. He or she made me feel so inspired. Well, you just experienced something that allowed you to connect with that source of supply. Why not connect with it more often? The precursor to that is gratitude, and the precursor to that is a goal. So you see how these three steps all tie together like a beautiful mosaic. I promise you, this process works. It's simple, and yet it's super effective. So when you are allowing yourself to feel different, you're going to feel more inspired. You're going to feel inclined to act. But if you are in the energy of I have to, you're not gonna do it. This morning, for instance, I knew the precursor for me to do this video was to allow myself to be so grateful for you actually receiving this message. And because I was, it flows naturally. It feels good and I truly enjoy it. But if I were telling myself I just had to do it because I have to do it because I have to move on, the result wouldn't have been that great. And I know you know what I'm talking about. There are certain things you just let yourself be inspired by and you go do it. It's effortless. Back to an old video we did earlier on that concept. You haven't seen that video? Go watch it. The effortless way of creating better results. So this is the key. A clear goal, a change in your emotional state, and to help you do that, we have our gratitude meditation, very powerful. Thousands of people have used it. We will link to that in the description here as well. And lastly, allow yourself to act. Get inspired action behind you. When you do that, everything shifts because there's a cause and effect relationship between your actions and the response and the reaction from your environment, which is in opposite direction and equal in measure. So you are literally changing the world by utilizing these three steps to get out of your own way and get moving. We'll link to all the resources below. Join our community, do everything you can to stay connected, and I'd love to hear from you if you have other thoughts as to what you believe we should bring up in the future. Thank you so much for watching this video. I have linked to a couple more right here that I think you would like. Now, until next time, it's not who you are that holds you back, it's all the illusions of who you think you're not. This is Hansen. Thank you.